make some weaving items. You can make a hot pad, or you can make, today we're gonna make a little coaster. And we're just gonna use things that you can find in an office. So just ruler, pencil, paper clip, scissors, and some cardboard, and of course some yarn. We're gonna use very thin yarn to make our warp for our loom. And then this is just some stuff that we've got left over from a previous craft that we're gonna recycle. So first we're gonna get our loom ready. This is probably about 5x7 cardboard that I've cut. You wanna make sure your surface area, you've got enough to make your loom where you're gonna weave your yarn. So I'm gonna do about 1 inch on the end right here and just mark it with the pencil. Let's go down on that side. Okay. Now we need to make little snips on the ends to make our loom. So I'm just gonna eyeball this. You probably want about 1 centimeter apart. Do those, and it doesn't matter how many you have. I wish you wouldn't want too many. And okay, now you're gonna flip it around and you're gonna match those down here. You can use a ruler and pencil to line it up perfectly, but I'm just gonna eyeball it. Oops. The cardboard helps because it's got lines anyway, and it kind of helps you guide it. All right, okay. So now we're gonna make our loom. Got our tape here. So we're gonna take some thin string and we're gonna put it on our loom. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna flip it over and tape our yarn to the back of the loom. And just make sure it's really on there tight. Okay, so now we've got taped on the back. We're gonna bring it around the front to that first little cut we made and pull it not too tight, but not loose either, kind of in between. And we're gonna put it down in the matching slit down there. And we're gonna bring it up from the back and go over the top again and put it down in the matching one at the bottom. So we're gonna keep doing that until we've got the whole thing done. All right, okay. So once you're done with that, we're gonna cut it. And you are done with this. We don't need that anymore. And we're gonna tape this to the back. All right, so this is gonna be our loom. This is gonna be our working space. All right, what we're gonna do to make it a little easier is we're gonna take our ruler and we're gonna weave it between the warp here on our loom, and that's going to be what we're going to use to smash the yarn together to make sure you get a tight weave. Okay, I think we're going to use this dark one first. First we want to prep our paper clip. If you have something else that you think would work well, by all means use it, but this is what we have here at the library. So we're going to put a piece of tape right here to cover that little second piece so it doesn't catch on the yarn when we use it. I'm going to wrap this tape pretty tight around. So now I have a pretty straight little piece here that won't get caught in the yarn. We're going to tie our yarn to the end of the paper clip. Tie pretty tight. Okay. And this is probably about 3 feet. It's longer really than I need for this project. Because the longer it is, the more difficult it's going to be to weave, but it'll be fine. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start and slide paper clip through the yarn. See, it's over and under, over and under. And we're gonna pull it until we have a little tail at the end here. Okay, make sure you don't pull it all the way through. Make sure you leave a tail at the end. That's how we're gonna tie it off at the end. Use that to kind of smush it down. And we're gonna go back through again. This time, make sure, see how the yarn is underneath the warp? This time we're gonna go over. And this is kind of where the ruler comes in handy. It kind of lifts some of the pieces for you. Okay. All right, let's pull that one through. Now, a thing to remember with this is when you get your rose, don't pull it too tight. So you can see it pulls the warp over, so just make sure you just do it really gently. There. Now I'm gonna do one more so you can kind of see it coming together, and then I'll show you how to change colors. All right. See, you don't want to make it too tight so it's a little loose. All right. Okay, so you just keep doing that over and over until you get quite a bit, however much you want. If you want it all one color, you just keep going each row, you kind of smash it down, keep going until the very end. But let's say you want to have stripes like this. Let me show you how to do that. Okay, so this one, you can see I've already changed the color, but I want to finish it with that same gray color at the end, that gray brown color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the string. So you've got your tail, you've cut off where you've left. And actually I need to get this tape back off. Okay. Get that off of there. Okay, so we're gonna get our new color that we want, and we're gonna tie the ends together. And we're gonna get it as close to the warp string on the end that you can. It's okay if it's not exactly right there, it'll be fine. Okay, so you can see I've got it right there. So it's basically just tying it together and as if it's one continuous string. You're just changing colors. And I'm tying it a second time just in case. I don't want it to come apart. And we can tuck this knot in when we're done. Okay, now we're gonna tie this back on so we can start again. All right, so it looks like we left off under, so we're gonna go over that last one. Okay, now we're gonna go under. Can't fit my ruler in anymore, so I'm just smashing it with my fingers. And don't worry about this knot, we can tuck it in when we're done. Okay, so we are done as far as I want to go because it's pretty even right there. When you get done, you're gonna snip the end off. And now we're gonna flip our loom over We're gonna cut all of these strings right in half. Oh, and don't forget to untape here these little start and end pieces. Okay, so now we're gonna really, really gently pull these out from the tabs and make sure these don't come loose. So we're just gonna do one side at a time. And we're gonna start with this end because I really wanna get that tied before it comes out. Okay, so you just tie it together. Your end piece is gonna be tied with that last little warp string. Oh, you don't wanna tie it too tight. Okay. And now we take, okay. Now we go to the next two and you tie those together. All right. If this was a bigger project, you could leave these as fringe, but I think I'm gonna trim mine. All right, and there you have it. Oops, there we go. There is our little tiny coaster. It's pretty cute. And again, you can make whatever size you want. Just make the cardboard the size you want. You could be very ambitious and make an actual rug for your door. It's pretty awesome. All you need is yarn and cardboard, and that's it. Thanks for watching.